So last time we unlocked the Gatling gun. Unfortunately, this is a weapon purchasing tree. So we need to buy this other shotgun first before we can get the Gatling gun. It's called the Squealer, and the introductory screen here makes a big deal about recoil suppression, but really, the thing that really makes the Squealer stand apart is an increased rate of fire. It basically works like your typical video game SPAS 12 or similar automatic shotgun.
Gotcha.
I thought it might have been because it makes oink sounds when you fire.
They are very
I
disappointing oink sounds, unfortunately. Like in a game filled with really wacky and out there weapons, I would have appreciated a shotgun that oinked like a pig.
I mean, why else call it the Squealer?
I think that may be because you can't trust it with your secrets either.
Wait, you're saying the Colonel is dead?
We thought we got away. The tsunami followed us.
I'll support you from here, so stand by until reinforcements arrive.
I can't do that.
Of course you'd say that. Okay, then get going after them.
That I can do.
So before we start this driving section, I would like to assure any viewers watching at home that this is, in fact, the hardest and strictest of the game's driving sections. And would like to point that out because somehow on this take, I got away with so much bullshit that I normally wouldn't have been able to.
Winds at Port Alex have reached speeds of up to 120 miles per hour.
I'm actually, in hindsight, I'm kind of shocked as to just how bad this particular take went. Normally, when you're playing this section, it punishes you for any and every mistake.
So is that purple banner, like, yelling at you for being too far away?
Yeah, it's the inverse. Whereas, oh, by the way, this is what I think is supposed to be like a fake Waffle House that's still open, even in the middle of the tsunami.
Waffle House don't close for that.
Where else are you gonna go when you need to fight a chef?
But yeah, as Ray just pointed out there, this is the inverse. Instead of being chased, we are the ones doing the chasing. So we have the purple indicator constantly telling us that we are too far away, which that one is always on screen. Like even if you're pretty close to the vehicle that you're chasing here, it'll still show that.
Are they shooting at us, or did the tsunami just randomly explode?
I think the tsunami just decided it would explode at that moment.
Aha.
Ooh, we're getting crates in the mix now.
Yeah. On the plus side, I was in fact able to get one of the remaining driving titles because of how badly I drove. We'll see it at the end.
This is rough compared to the other driving stages.
I was gonna say, is Ray technically littering when he breaks those crates and leaves all those plastic bottles everywhere?
The funny answer is yes. It's also kind of hard to tell for sure, but I think the game compensates for traction that driving really fast on a slippery road would give you.
Those bastards must have headed toward downtown.
That's a perfectly good ramp. Just ramp it. Just ramp it!
No, we can't. Game says we can't do it.
Aw.
It's the only way we can survive this hurricane is by staying on the ground.
If you jump, the hurricane will get you.
Can't believe Ray's allergic to sick ramps.
Only during a tsunami. And specifically in Port Alex, which is the area that we'll be in for the rest of the game. I'm guessing this is supposed to be some generic city in Florida. I don't really know.
Can't breathe. What a windstorm.
So we dealt with water, we dealt with fire. Well, we're gonna deal with Dante first, and then we'll deal with wind.
You finally came, Ray. Well, I'm right here. Come and get me. Well, see if you can get me.
Now, I can think of at least one other QTE involving Evans later that does have an instant kill if you fail it. I don't know about this one. I'll have to test it. I'm currently going through the New Game Plus footage, so I'll get a chance to work with that.
The wind is too strong.
Yeah, as you can see, the squealer, not that great. Really, the only advantage it has is that it's not quite full auto, but it's pretty fast. I only brought it along just to show it off this one time. And then, again, in New Game Plus, after I've upgraded it a bit.
Copy that. I'll take cover.
And the heavy armor guys are back for the first time in a while. Yeah, this is the time to bring out the Gatling gun, I think.
Ooh.
Now, if you play it correctly, you actually can get a lot of BP, even though your accuracy goes to absolute dog shit when you use the Gatling gun for obvious reasons.
Looking good.
Like, I think that, you know, having used so many Gatling guns in so many other video games, it has... I've been spoiled when it comes to, like, having a bad idea of what the accuracy of a Gatling gun is supposed to be. This feels a lot closer to, you know, the spray and pray method of suppressing fire by Gatling gun.
These things are kind of meant to be mounted. I mean, Ray is not a tripod, but then neither is any other video game character, so...
According to several fan fictions I wrote, he is most definitely a tripod. But let's not get into that on a family-friendly channel. Also, there's a very strange motion blur that seems to happen in this section specifically. I guess that maybe there were some frame rate issues, and it's kind of used to hide it. I can't think of any other. I can't think of any other combat section in the game that has this much aggressive amount of ghosting in it.
I can't believe I know the answer to the question, Ray, is that a Gatling gun, or are you just happy to see me?
The answer is both.
Oh no.
It may be hard to tell just from looking at gameplay footage, but there is a very noticeable wind-up. It takes about 3 to 4 seconds after holding down the B button before the Gatling gun will actually start firing.
Anyone here?
The most accurate Gatling gun in gaming.
Again, relatively speaking, but yes. This guy thinks he's safe, but he doesn't realize that he doesn't really have a ceiling over him. Which, as we've established, is the one way in this universe to be completely immune to all natural disasters.
He didn't have a word to say about all that gunfire.
Maybe he thought it was like drilling or other construction work outside. This is also the little shack or hut where we had that one stamina sign that actually required a bit of thought. Not so much this time, though. Oh no, the guy!
Hello?
That doesn't look good.
Here to help.
Just go into that parking lot across from us. There's a roof. You'll be fine.
It's a nice compromise between outside and inside. Good thing he had his hard hat on, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's just going to add extra immunity. Now, believe it or not, we are relatively close to rescuing everyone that we can in the game. There's only, I think, 2 or 3 people left. This is also the second last of the big exploration stages, and then there's a few other stages that are a bit more action heavy. Well, I mean, if I hadn't already maxed out all of Ray's personal RPG stats, maybe that key would have been useful. Then again, I can't blame him for not knowing that I spent several hours grinding off screen. Okay, to be fair, we also used the key here. I had forgotten that. I'm not going to go too much into the behind-the-scenes snafu that I almost committed. But suffice it to say, this almost became something of a lost episode, but I have since rectified that.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little focused on you glossing over spending several hours off-screen grinding Ray.
Well, yeah, I mean, the main reason for doing that actually was to increase Ray's strength stat. Specifically for getting the frog costume when you rescue Iris from the Lahar, because you basically have to have your strength maxed out in order to be able to rescue her in under 25 seconds. And I have plans for that costume later on in the final video.
Whatever you say. I'll get you no matter where you go.
He didn't say anything, Ray.
So, the 3 big environmental gimmicks in Port Alex are wind, rain, and rainy wind.
Breaking hurricane, Aaron!
Occasionally windy rain.
Over an hour ago! The rain is so heavy, I can barely see! The winds are so loud!
The real question is he doing this better than the Charlie Chaplin film?
Any minute, I can barely stand!
He probably thinks he is. Initially, we're going to rescue this guy over here, and this is yet another instance of combining 2 different mini-games when you least expect it.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was pretty close. What?
Oh, psych.
That was not the time to play Psych out. Come on. Your life is at stake. Oh, my mistake. It actually combines 3 different mini games.
Ooh.
Really spicing it up for this one.
You know, if that psych were actually an attempted high five, would that be up high or down low? Either way.
It would be too
Ray
slow, and he'd die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that crane's not going to be important later in the level.
Oh!
So,
Okay, then.
yeah, I don't think that was intentional. This game doesn't have fall damage at all, because you're not really expected to fall that far anywhere, so... Lucky break, I guess. Maybe I've discovered
Both ankles.
Maybe I've accidentally discovered some incredible speedrunning shortcut that can get the game under 2 hours now.
Minus 2 seconds for that skip, but
Yeah.
plus 3 for failing the climb back up.
Yeah, considering one of the titles I got was for playing on a single save file for 24 hours, I don't think I'm breaking the world record anytime soon.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So compared to other balancing minigames you may be used to, this one, I don't know, it's not so much balancing your character as much as it is managing the wind. Like, Ray himself can balance himself pretty well, but again, it's having to deal with the external force that kind of messes with the controls a bit.
So if it weren't for the wind, Ray here would be like a mountain goat.
Yeah. And just as stubborn, too.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So if anyone is more familiar with like the southeastern United States than I am and can tell like what city is Port Alex supposed to be riffing on, like in the way that like Baynesville is New Orleans and Blue Ridge City was San Francisco, and here's the driving related title I ended up getting by accident. I think I ended the game with 75 of the 100 titles completed, which, yeah, that's pretty good. I was never going to get all of them because one of them requires you to beat the game on Real Disaster. So this is the last big combat level, which means we're going to use some of the boss weapons. This is the weapon. This is the weapon you get when you fight Evans in the power plant for shooting 10 knives out of his hands. And next one is the volcano, which I think when you fight the helicopter while escorting Iris through the train tracks, I think that's for shooting down 10 of its rockets. And then we're gonna get the Deep Impact, which is the one we got from Gregory. These weapons cannot be upgraded at all. They all rely on one very specific, often context-sensitive gimmick. And, just for fun, for our fourth weapon, well, I guess we could bring a maxed-out Gatling gun.
Oh,
just
boy.
to be safe,
Accuracy F+++.
If only the U.S. grading system were that generous.
Although I am disappointed the volcano isn't like an actual handheld mountain.
Oh, you mean like a literal volcano that is a rocket launcher? Yeah, that would have been cool.
The man who wields disasters as his weapons.
The only thing that can stop a disaster is a good guy with another disaster. That lady over there is our final victim that we have to rescue. We're going to rescue her towards the end of the level. I guess there's some kind of poetry to that. I don't know. I mean, both the first and the last rescue victims involve them being unable to move their legs. So are you ready for the natural disaster equivalent of like the Quickman beam stage from Mega Man 2? Because that's basically what this is. Or red light, green light stealth, or whatever. I love that shot of Ray just getting blown the fuck away on the right there.
He's about to leave an impact crater on that semi-trailer.
And you know what? The wind can't be that bad. Let's just power through it. Nope.
Oh, he falls short.
Basically, you somehow don't take any damage from that. Despite the fact that if you fail to avoid any other natural disaster, you either die instantly or at least take a notable amount of damage.
And it is accurate to the screenshot, which is nice.
Yeah.
I did want to see Ray leave a cartoonish imprint on the side of that trailer, though.
Well, the night's still young. We got a couple videos to go. We might see that yet. Who knows? And of course, there are barrels off to the side, which if I had not fully upgraded all of Ray's stats, that would have taken quite a while to punch down.
Like, you have to take breaks to hide from the wind, kind of long. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
He's headed to the other side of the overpass. I better find a way to get there.
I better figure out what the hell is up with that crane. Maybe I'll have to use it in a set piece at some point.
Ah, don't be silly.
So we're no longer in the wind tunnel. We're protected by the power of this motel.
Oh wait, that's a master lock. Just like kick it, it'll open.
No, he can. We've discussed this. He can only punch giant rocks. He can't punch metal. Well, okay, maybe
Except
like
for all the
tin.
drums.
Well, okay, but that was like tin or aluminum, perhaps.
Yes.
You gotta get in
Every
R1.
time. It gets me every time.
Delicious.
So yeah, I think it would be fair to call this like the final conventional level. The ones after this are they are more action heavy, more focused on gunfights, and well, let's just say that when it comes to melee, the constant use of QTEs has been leading up to something that we'll be seeing in the final few levels. And we also get the ability to open doors, which is kind of a 50-50 split between being completely useless and quite useful.
Yeah, I can't help but notice Ray is closing his eyes and not letting us see what's inside before he judges whether it's useful or not.
Well, I mean, that is pretty useful. It's as soon as he opens the door, he enters another dimension where the game is a text adventure.
Okay, south. Oh, no wait, we're
North
back
side
again.
B.
Okay.
And this is a part that I left in because I thought it was funny. This is the door you leave out of, like the Dark Souls shortcut. You can't actually enter through that door. I'd forgotten that. You have to go all the way around. And I paid for my arrogance. Anyway, back to the main path.
A lot of stairs, Ray. It's a good thing you're fully upgraded.
And there's one of the t-shirt costumes as well. I think I mentioned this already, but the t-shirts are purely cosmetic, whereas the full body costumes, like the frog costume, those actually have gameplay effects.
Ooh.
And there is, if I remember correctly, the costume you get for beating the game on Real Disaster is a costume that gives you like infinite ammo, health, and stamina, and makes you immune to all natural weather effects.
A dead end.
So, you know, pretty standard for a 100% completion bragging rights kind of unlock.
Damn. Trouble's here. An ambush. It's too dangerous to leave this building. Going out there would be suicidal.
That one guy covering a tiny motel entrance with a mounted machine gun. You know,
Yeah.
I wonder if he enjoys the overkill or if he's having an existential crisis over what exactly his role in Surge is supposed to be. Okay, so I know
Look,
your
man.
heart hurts, but what about your? We haven't established
We've all
that
been
yet.
through. We've all been through a nasty breakup, man. Just
Well, anytime I have a
Oh.
nasty breakup, I just treat it with CPR.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Don't worry, we will save you, Rufus Shaw.
10. That's it. Wake up.
These names are great.
Yeah, like I said, these all seem to be names that were, fairly popular like 30, 40 years ago. Which might have been closer to 20, 30 years ago, relative to when this game came out. But this particular rescue victim has a spin on the chest compression gameplay.
4. What the? Oh, shit.
It clearly didn't work the first time, so now let's do double time.
Okay. That's it. Wake up.
wait. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have questions, Ray.
Don't worry about it. It's just for escalating game difficulty.
This man was a Time Lord. He had 2 hearts.
His ribs will be fine in maybe like 6 to 7 months.
In order to keep time, Ray is singing to himself, "Another rib bites the dust."
Putting the
And another
water in
one's gone.
watermelon.
And another one's gone.
Maybe this'll work. It's a little risky. Let's give it a try.
I don't know whether I feel disappointed or thankful that the process of moving the plank over was fully automated in a cutscene.
There he is! Kill him! The enemy's been found!
Oh, the Gatling gun was not expected.
This way!
So, the immolator, which is the pistol we're using, that's Evans's pistol. It's not good. Its only real gimmick is that it reloads really quickly. Which, even relative to like the handgun 3, which is the machine pistol, it gets outclassed by that. I don't know. It's just. I guess it would be kind of fun and humiliating to use it against Evans in his boss fights in New Game Plus. Other than that, I'm not a fan of it. I just wanted to show it off at some point. The Deep Impact, on the other hand, is it's all right. Again, there are better assault rifles in terms of DPS and recoil, but it has the largest magazine of any assault rifle in the game, so it has that going for it. The Volcano, on the other hand, it is. I mean, the disadvantages of using the Volcano are really only. They're really only apparent if you haven't been upgrading Ray's stats, because when you start, it only holds like 2 or 3 rockets at most. Although, again, rockets do 777 damage, which is the highest out of any of the rockets in the game. Although, since I've maxed out everything, including ammo carrying capacity, I think when you use the Volcano, you hold 8 rockets. It doesn't bounce like the rocket launcher 2. Yeah, it's just really strong and powerful and a bit slow to reload.
I mean, I've used the Volcano in EDF. It's good there too.
That's another game series I hear good things about.
If you like jank, that's the game for you.
Oh, we love jank.
Well, I could hardly be Let's Playing this game and then deny my love of jank, so... Anyway,
Jank can be fun.
here she is, the last rescue victim in the game. Actually, that makes it sound like she is becoming a victim by us rescuing her. And since she's the last one, she's also the only one with a don't touch zone. Don't touch the bone that broke. And, well, we're going to fail this one just to show it off. But don't worry, if we fail to rescue them, we can always just try again.
Everything's gonna be.
It's incredibly realistic. So we're actually supposed to wrap the splint and not touch the open wound. If you try to spray it down with the magic water that we've had this whole time, that's a no-go. You don't do that. Oh, there's one more spot. It hovers over her arm, but it's actually securing the back of the splint.
Oh.
Aw, all better. She's standing on her broken leg.
That's the magical healing power of being rescued by Ray Bryce. Plus, considering she's the last potential person we could rescue, I guess it's just it's a way of like channeling all of Ray's aura and power into the final person. Anyway, I hope you liked the wind gimmick from before, where we were just running back and forth along a highway.
We are continuing our live broadcast from the storm zone downtown. A report just came in. Apparently a large-scale gunfight is going on in the middle of the city.
Of course, this being the United States, that's nothing unusual, but also there's a massive storm.
The details are still unclear as to why this man is fighting. We will continue with regular updates of this event as it unfolds.
I don't know how anyone can be unclear about what Ray is fighting for, given that the man is not subtle.
I'm here to shoot the disasters, but Surge keeps getting in the way.
I'm just glad somebody finally noticed these big, gunfights happening. Ooh, that barrier just kept dancing.
Get into position.
So there's the volcano. 777 base damage, but of course there's some variation. Hey, there's that crane in the background that I've pointed out several times.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Shit! It feels like I'm gonna get blown away. Let's stand firm. Let's show 'em what Surge is all about.
So if you don't blow up the guy in the crane, eventually he'll drop those logs on your head, and that's an unavoidable attack that does a fair amount of damage.
Oh.
Wow, it really is that simple. Now, Ray is forklift certified. Unfortunately, he has no idea what he's doing when he uses a crane. Forklift certification is extremely specialized. Oh, that doesn't look like a good plan, Ray. What are you doing? It's slippery metal.
OSHA would like a word.
At the very least, hang the hook over the solid ground.
No, it's cooler this way.
Didn't even use the hook.
Ray has let enough people die, by which I mean 2 at most, that he's having a bit of an ego death, so he needs something to get the thrill back again.
Promise this time.
I have to feel something, even if it's my ankles.
Oh no, what are my ankles doing jutting out at a 90-degree angle from the rest of my body after taking a hard fall from metal onto concrete? Anyway, it's with this cutscene that Evans really starts to take over as the bad guy of the game. I really like Ruben Langton's performance.
I can't wait. He'll be here soon.
Your plan is finished. Why not just give up?
Finished? Nothing's finished. We still have one nuke. We can threaten the government again, or we can set it off and have a nice, flashy explosion.
And what would that accomplish?
Well,
It would make me happy, Lisa.
kill the boiler.
The whole calm, devoted follower thing. It was all an act, wasn't it?
No, you're wrong. I always respected the Colonel.
I was a tier 1 sub for Colonel Hayes.
Excitement going on? It does give me a rush.
But no matter how many feet pics I asked, it was never enough.
Here he comes.
Damn it! They were waiting for me.
They've been waiting for you at several points.
Where's Lisa?
Right here. Okay, now tell him. Forget about me and save
Here's a great
yourself.
line.
You're the heroine, right? That's your line.
Ray! Kill these jerks and save me!
Leave it to me.
All right, this is it. Let's get rid of him right here. Copy that.
And I would argue this is probably the most intense action set piece in the game, at least since like the geothermal power plant. They're going all out here. It's not the last one, but it's probably like in terms of a general action climax, I'd say this is it. At least when it comes to the group fights. It's also perfect to bring the Gatling gun. Thankfully, there is no mechanics for bullet ricochet when it comes to the Gatling gun. And that's also the final shadow enemy over there that we killed.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, I missed him too.
You done already?
Though I do want to call out, you've gotten 2 headshots with the Gatling gun so far.
It's pure luck, I tell you.
Kill that bastard!
I'm pretty sure that's a generic line we've heard before that for some reason is treated as a subtitled unique line in this fight. So we've seen those black and white barrels in the background before. You could probably guess what's about to happen towards the end of this gunfight.
Fire! Keep firing! Never ends.
So I've been thinking about like the various types of light gun games, and relative to this game's combat. I think, given the emphasis on cover, I would say probably the closest equivalent would be Time Crisis.
Running out of ammo. Running out of ammo.
And again, I mean, it could be possible that there's some comparisons to Virtua Cop. I don't know that series well enough.
Man, these guys are tough.
Oh no, it's Gregory.
Sorry we're late. One Special Forces at your service. You like it?
Yeah!
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Gregory's good twin,
Before you die.
who works for SRT instead of Surge.
Engaging enemy forces.
Good. Go to it.
So SRT are clearly they've clearly also been doing some off-screen grinding, because compared to the beginning of the game where they got owned in about 10 seconds, they actually kind of hold their own during this set piece.
Nice.
Also, I'm pretty sure I accidentally killed one of the SRT guys at some point. That was an accident. I don't think it's possible to get through this sequence without killing at least one of them. Just because they get in your way so many times.
Let's finish this! Surge! Got reinforcements? Don't break
Oh.
formation. Concentrate your fire and exterminate the enemy. Copy that.
Hey, Ray.
This does feel like a big cheesy gunfight climax.
Yep. Oh no, a near-death experience. Whatever shall I do?
I have to tell you that.
Well, show us what you got then. Just make sure you come back in one piece. Got it.
Good. Secure the course right away.
Move out! We've got more important things to do. No!
I'm sorry, Ray, but your princess is in another armored truck.
Thanks.
And just a little breather. This is the end of the level here. I guess they feel like the developers felt like we really needed to take in the majesty of the previous fight.
No one needs rescuing around here.
No one needs rescuing in this immediate map. Ray, I hope you haven't forgotten about Lisa in the 5 seconds since that last cutscene. Anyway, to wrap things up for this video, we're going to be doing the advanced shooting range, which, we also unlocked Ray's costume from the very beginning, the prologue. Memories of Steve, I suppose. Yeah, the advanced shooting range is... I don't like it. I don't like playing it, but it does look very cool. And you'll see why. It has a very particular aesthetic that it pulls off much better than the actual gameplay does.
And save the hostages.
Yeah, we don't have hostages right away yet, but yeah, this is pretty neat as a very throwback kind of arcade game, though. I want to remember, I don't think there were any like 16-bit rail shooters, at least. Actually, no, that's probably wrong. Yeah, so this map introduces the hostage mechanic. Again, it works pretty conventionally to any other rail shooter. just don't shoot the blonde ladies and you'll be okay. Nope.
Oh no!
Oh no, the blonde lady!
It should have actually caused damage if you shoot the hostage. To really sell that the retro authenticity. Oh. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the gameplay, even if it's very charming, just in terms of presentation. I will say this much: I had a better time rewatching this footage than I did actually playing it. The same thing will apply to the secret ending, which I still have yet to record, which I absolutely despise it from a gameplay perspective, but it's also like one of the coolest visuals in the game. So, you know, there's that trade-off. Yep, and there we go. Next time, we are going to really get going when it comes to endgame stuff. There's two main videos remaining, which we will wrap up our rivalry with Ray. Or sorry, not with Ray, with Evans. Oops, it looks like I accidentally spoiled the final 2 levels where we actually play as Evans instead of Ray.
Aww.
But yeah, this game has, well, it has we've already had our gunfight climax. We will have a boss fight climax and then a narrative climax after that. Don't think too hard about what I just said. Just roll with it. It'll be fine.
That's a lot of climaxes.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the one who said it.
I much like Ray, I am putting myself in danger for your sake.